it's time to dish with D. That's me. Thank you for doing this video. Welcome to my vlog, A Day in My Life. I've just inhaled some helium. Ah.
Let's get this day in the life started right. How do we start our day every day? By filling up our ice water. Before we do anything, that's what we do. Because without our water, we don't do as well. So you do that before you do anything. I have it sitting here on the counter right in front of me when I go down. This is the first thing I do every day. It's a good practice. Fill it and you will drink it. That's my theory, and has worked so far for me. So let's get this day started and get some breakfast. And while we're cooking breakfast, we're drinking our greens. I like to get my greens on in an empty stomach. I don't know. I find they work better that way. I don't know what it is. I feel like they help with my digestion, with my when I take them on an empty stomach. So yeah, we're gonna down 2 cups of water too. And I count this as water because yeah, I do. So let's get started on breakfast. People ask me all the time, how do they taste? Like greens. They taste great? No. They taste better than they ever used to, and this brand from Motivate has been one of the better tasting ones. Motivate has good ones. Bloom has good ones that are quite tasty. Clean Simple Eats has good ones. The rest I think are horrible. Those are my top 3 greens for taste wise. I mean, do they taste fabulous? No, they don't. But they taste better than they, oh my God, they taste, I've had some really bad greens. So I like to chug them. Don't smell them either. You just drink. Like I said, I'm almost done. You just get them down, you know, and you got 2 waters and your greens, and you can feel good about that. So those are the top 3 I recommend. I do have 20% off from Motivate, 10% off from Clean Simple Eats. I don't have anything from Bloom, but I know Nikki Gets Fit does, so if you follow her. And Bloom you can find in Target and I think Walmart. So yeah, you can go right there and check those out. So I've had the coconut Bloom, really, really good, I have to say. I mean, they're probably really one of my top ones, but these are the ones I'm taking. And today I'm taking Clean Simple Eats greens today. My Motivate's on, that's why I was out of Motivate greens. So I had to get in my Clean Simple Eats stash. So I'm going to start breakfast. We're having a veggie scramble this morning. Unless Steve finished it, I have a half a Belinsky to eat up, so I might just throw that in there, maybe Canadian bacon. But I have peppers, onions, zucchini, spinach, mushrooms. 5 vegetables. I'm impressed. So let's get started with breakfast. Got it down. I always start with the peppers and the onions because they need to cook the longest. Unless you're me, and maybe they don't, because I like my peppers and onions a little bit bitey, but you know. What a good way to get vegetables in. A nice scramble. Put those in the pan. I like chopping right next to my stove so I could chop and drop. And these are those onions I picked up at the produce. And we might go to the produce stand today because I want to see what he has out. You know, you never know what he's going to have. He's a little local guy. Like one of those honor system stands. You never know what you're going to find there. These cool onions were called sugar cane or something. Really, really sweet. And sometimes I even put a little bit of fresh onion on top of my scramble. I know, I'm weird. I did that. So we're going to let our peppers and onions saute. Then we'll chop our zouk while that does that. Do I want all the zucchini? I really don't. It's a big one. For a scramble, we'll just have half. So the other half for either, these would make really great dippers in veggie dip too. This scramble can be huge if I let it. With all the mushrooms that I sauteed the other day to use up. I have to find that Belinsky. I'm pretty sure he didn't eat it because I don't see the container in the sink. Let me see if I can find it. I forgot I had some asparagus and I said, oh my gosh, this needs to go in here too. Oh, this up the vegetables, another one. I'm actually going to forego my toast today. I don't know, I feel like I'm just going to do just a proteinish. We're going to add our asparagus and our zucchini into the pot, into the pan. And look at that. Let's show you how gorgeous this looks. I'm going to keep sauteing. Once they get tender, I'm going to throw the mushrooms in and the spinach. No Belinsky, so we're going with the Canadian bacon, 3 slices. But I like to put my Canadian bacon in right before I'm going to serve it because I don't like it when it gets rubbery. I'm going to dice it up so it runs all through our scramble. I'm going to put my cooked mushrooms in. A handful of spinach. And let that wilt down. Now that that's all wilted, let me show you. This is actually turned into a veggie hash, I think. Maybe we'll put a couple runny eggs on top. What do you think? Put our Canadian bacon, and that's it. Turn her off. And we will make a couple of nice gooey eggs for the top, and it'll all run through our vegetables. I'm excited. Alrighty, let's put our hash in our bowl. Smells really good. And we're just going to probably grab the other pan. This has a lot of goodness, but I don't want that in my egg. I want my eggs to be pretty. Well, they will be a little bit brown in here. Look at that. Look at that hash. We're gonna cook up our eggies. I did put 1 point of the Trader Joe's light Mexican shredded cheese. I'm going to put a sun-dried tomato. Yeah, I have fresh. I'm just not in the mood for fresh tomatoes. I'm in the mood for these. These are just so stinking good. And they're not packed in oil. And let's lay our little, mine are a little bit more done than most people's because I don't like them too runny, but I do like them a little bit runny. I'll have to top it with a little bit of pepper. Freshly cracked, of course. There's no point in putting pepper unless you crack it on there. And hot sauce. I don't know. I like hot sauce. That's just me, though. You don't have to do the hot sauce. This is totally optional. But, oh my gosh, yes. Just a drizz. This one has a weird lid. There we go. And this is breakfast this morning. 1 point, 2 points, 2 points. 1 point for my cheese, 1 point for my Canadian bacon. Everything else is 0 points. I'm going to have at this delicious breakfast. Do you want to see the money? I don't know if it's going to ooze. But there she goes. A little bit of ooze. Look at that. Perfect. I will enjoy this. All right, it's time for the cutest dog fix. Belle, Bell, Bell. Say hi. You gonna say hi to everyone? Huh? Say hi. I want to go in the grass, but my mommy won't let me. Yeah, well, because none of the fences are up, and I know there's a few bunnies out there. I just don't see any with my naked eye, but I know that they're there, and he knows that they're there too. It's a beautiful day today. We've had a beautiful week. I mean, look at the beautiful sky. I mean, it is literally stunning out here. Grass is so green. And there's Bailey's friend Wally. If I can get him close up. There he is. He's a basset mix. You see Wally, don't you? Well, you're not nice to him. Well, Bailey is not nice to him, and I don't know why. He used to be, and then all of a sudden, Bailey just has not been a nice dog. Say hi. You come sit with mommy. Bell. Say hi. He's having a good day today. He scarfed his breakfast down. I mean, when he eats all first thing in the morning, he's having a good day. So he always thanks you for all your well wishes, thoughts, and prayers. Want a bone? You gotta eat your medicine first. Eat your enzyme and your cosequin. Go ahead. Come on, you want more? You gotta eat them. Eat them up. Come on. No, you gotta eat them up. You want bones? You gotta eat your medicines. Bailey takes a cosequin, which is good for joint health, and a doggy enzyme, which helps with his overallness, and it really has helped. And little sucker leaves them until I make him eat them. Good boy. I'm telling you, dogs, they play you. Eat the cosequin. Come on. Don't give me that face. Eat the cosequin. Come on. Eat the cosequin. You know. Come on. Attaboy. Come on. Eat the cosequin. Bailey Mulranen. Eat your cosequin. Yeah, I know. Come on, eat your cosequin. Come on. Come on. Come on. That helps his joints. Good boy! Yay! Yay for Bailey! He did it. Now he gets a treat. Getting ready to have lunch soon. Decided to make hummus. I know. So I've looked what I have around. I have some fresh basil. So we've made a basil hummus before. So I thought we would do a little riff on that because I do have some spinach, because I like to mix spinach and basil because I think spinach gives it more green color and basil gives it flavor. So try to follow along. The recipe is up on the website already. I will link it down below so you don't have to go and look for it. But I'm going to top it a little bit differently. I think I'm going to put some sun-dried tomatoes, maybe some chopped onions, a little bell pepper, maybe a balsamic drizzle. That's what I'm feeling, you know? And I eat how I feel. That's just how I'm, that's how life happens to me. So I have a can of rinsed and drained chickpeas. Now you can double this. I normally make 2 most times because everybody loves hummus in this house. But we're just doing 1 today. So let me grab the can. Rinse and drain chickpeas. Canned chickpeas. Doesn't get any easier than that. I'm going to put them in this little, I'm using my mini chop today. Sometimes I use the little Ace Cool 5-in-1, but I was feeling like the mini chop today. Let's rid of them easily. You don't want them to fall out all over the floor. Now you could, rehydrate dried ones in your Instant Pot. That would work. So what I like to do first is just get them going a little bit so they're not, get a lot of them chopped up before we add anything into it. I do that with all of my hummuses. Chop those chickpeas, get them all into a paste, sort of. And I will show you what that looks like. So we just get the chickpeas going before you add anything. Sorry if it's really loud. Maybe we'll mute this part. Okay, so we got them pretty much like sand. Like I said, I just like this step. You don't have to do that, but it just makes, I think, a more smoother hummus. So I'm going to throw in garlic, again, as much as you like. I know I try not to judge when people want to use garlic because everybody's tastes are different. And about a half a cup of yogurt, I think. Just about what I have left in here. And a little bit of water. The water helps thin it out without having to use, I'm going to save a little bit more of this yogurt for a minute. Put a little bit of water in there. A couple tablespoons. Let me grab, oh, I have a spatula, okay. We're just going to start mixing this bad boy together. You don't need to hear this. That's pretty much incorporated. I'm going to scrape down the sides and keep mixing. I'm going to put the rest of my yogurt in there. I didn't put the whole half a cup yet. The rest, a couple tablespoons of water, and I'm going to throw in some of the spinach, which I should have already had out. We'll throw the basil in a minute. I just want to get some of this mixed up. When you mix, you stop, you push away from the sides, and you just keep putting it in there. It's going to get mixed, I promise. It's a little bit, honestly, I think a bigger food processor would have been a better thing for me today, but you know, I was feeling adventurous. Keep mixing. Promise it would all get mixed. So we're going to add some salt, some pepper, and some fresh basil. Because we really want the basil to come through. And I'm using fresh. You could use dried basil. Just going to pull a few big leaves off. Please like to use the big ones for this because the little ones are so pretty. Leave stems and all because you know what? It's all going to get macerated in there. Don't be picky. Don't throw away your basil stems. Use them in this. There's a lot of flavor in the basil stems. Look at that. We're putting that bad boy in there. I promise you, you won't even know somebody goes, oh my God, I found a basil stem. So herbaceous. Another basil stem. Big old leaf. Let's find another big old leaf. Okay, I'm gonna grab me some salt and pepper. A nice glug of salt, at least a half a teaspoon. You could always add more. Where's my pepper? If you want to put hot pepper flakes, that'd be fantastic. Okay, and I'm actually going to put a little tablespoon of olive oil. Now remember, a whole tablespoon is going in this whole entire thing. So I'm going to use one of my flavored ones. Let's see. We have somewhere a sun-dried tomato and Parmesan. That's what I want. I'm going to put a tablespoon of that in there. It's a little less than a tablespoon, but again, you can do whatever, as much, as little, any flavor you like. So I'm going to mix it up again. That basil all chopped up. If you still think it's too thick, you absolutely could add more water. I would do water versus olive oil because you don't really want to try to make this really low in points. So I always just go around, scrape all the sides, and keep going because you don't want a gritty hummus. You want a nice, smooth hummus. So that's what I do. But you know, you make your hummus the way you like it. You like it gritty, and my Jove, you eat it gritty. And that's all she wrote. It's pretty simple. You can, like I said, adjust it to the seasonings that you like. But look at that color. That's vibrant green. Whoa. So that was supposed, the whole tripod was supposed to go up. So you can put your bag in there. There we go. Now you have to taste it because we want to make sure the seasonings are good. Do you have enough salt? Do you have enough pepper? Do you have enough garlic? Do you want to add more water? Is it thick enough? So you want to like, I think it's pretty thick enough. Because you want it to fall off the spoon. It's hummus, you know, but it's pretty thick. So I'm happy with the consistency. And I love the color. Look at that. It's as green gets. Now again, you could adjust the taste. You don't want basil, you just want spinach, make spinach. I've made broccoli. I mean, you can put anything in a hummus. I've made even zucchini hummus. So let's taste it. Make sure it's basil-y enough because I was going to call it pesto. I might even have called it pesto, but there's really no nuts in here. So technically it's not a pesto, but it's fabulous. Oh, it's so good. That basil comes right through. Oh yeah. I do think it needs a little bit of salt and pepper. Other than that, it's perfection. I mean, when you serve this for yourself, you're not eating all of this, you know? But it's, you saw, what did I put that was pointed other than the olive oil? Chickpeas are 0. Yogurt is 0. Garlic is 0. Basil, 0. Spinach, 0. So for the, I didn't even use a full tablespoon of olive oil, even if I did. Unless you're going to sit here and eat this all at once. But I'm going to put it in a bowl. And I'm going to show you how I want to serve it tonight. Because I think I was going to put some Roma tomatoes on there. But I've decided on sun-dried tomatoes. Drizzle of balsamic. Ooh, I know. Yes, that may add a point. But a teaspoon or half a teaspoon, I don't think has any points. But I'm going to salt and pepper it up. Put it in a bowl. And that's your hummus for today. I will have the recipe linked down below. You can go make yours. You should be making your own hummus. If you love hummus as much as I love hummus, this is why I make my own. Because I ain't spending $3 and $4 to get this much hummus, but I could spend less than that and get all of this hummus. And I can eat the whole entire thing. Guilt-free. So let me bowl that up and we'll come back and we will have lunch. Let's top our hummus. I get excited about food. All right. Just put this over here. Bring this back. I have the tub and I have my little bit for lunch. So I'll top my lunch one because I'm not sure I want to top the whole big one. So here I have a little bit of diced onion, a little bit of diced red bell pepper, and a little bit of diced sun-dried tomato. That's my hummus. And I want to put a little drizzle of balsamic. Now, you have to measure the balsamic. But I want to do like a half a teaspoon. Or even less than that. Do we have a small one? Half a teaspoon. No, it's fine. I think a half is 0 points. So I'm just going to drizzle. It's not even a full half teaspoon, but I just want to drizzle that. And that is my hummus with a little bit of bell pepper, onion, sun-dried tomato, basil pesto, sorta. You're getting me, aren't you? Now let's get that lunch together because now that part of my lunch is done. Now I'm going to make a wrap. And I'm going to use this that I got in my Fried Market order last week from the last week's vlog. It's your gluten-free. It's a applewood smoked tomato sandwich wrap. Let's see how this works out, my lovelies. Alrighty, let's see how these wraps are. Alright. Best if eaten after freshly rolled. That's the recipe they give. Like really? Because peel back, wrap, and place the shiny smooth side down. Okay. So individually, each one is separated. And they are 1 weight to ultra point and they are 40 calories. And 1 better balanced bite. See, they're individually between the papers. So it's said to put the shiny side, let me read that again. peel backing from wrap and place shiny smooth side down. Shiny smooth side down. Okay. So we'll peel it, which is probably that's the shiny smooth side. So you place that down. Put these away so they don't dry. I'm just having some rotisserie chicken, the hummus, and a bag of chips. I don't want them to get dried out. Let me grab a sauce. I'm thinking I have some, what do I have? Oh, we have Polynesian or Cluckin. I feel like Polynesian. So it's a 0-point sauce. It's not why I chose it. I just thought it felt like Polynesian. So I'm just gonna put a little bit on the bottom of our wrap, just to give it a little, you know. It's barely a tablespoon, but let's spread it. Okay. Good choice, Denise. I was in the mood for that. I just have some rotisserie chicken. Just going to place it on the wrap. As much chicken as you want. This is your wrap. All right, looks like enough. Maybe one more. I can always eat more of this if I want. I'm also going to put a piece of Sargento Ultra Thin Baby Swiss, 35 calories per slice. One slice is 1 point. So that's all I want for today. I just get to open. My hands are wet from the chicken. Okay. Oh, I like how these are individually wrapped. How pretty. I love the lacy Swiss cheese. Oh, got that little corner that I don't want to, you know, I'm entitled to that piece. So I'm just gonna just go like that. So half is half and half is that. Do we want any lettuce? Oh, I don't know. I mean, I have lettuce. We should put it on our sandwich. Because why not? You know, that's how I feel. I did have, oh, here it is. I did have some clean romaine. Wait, ready to go. What I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna pull the, I don't want the center. I just want the little leafy parts. Don't like that. Yeah, not a fan. And maybe we'll do another one because, you know, fill up on our vegetables. All right. I'm sure we can roll this bad boy. Rolls nice. Look at that. Voila. We have our little homemade hummus. I'm going to cut up some vegetables for that. And we'll come back and we will taste this because I'm curious how it tastes. I know a lot of you are too. And there's my finished lunch plate. Cucumbers, hummus, wrap. Now I was going to have a bag of chips, but we're going to see how I feel because this might be filling enough and I may save my points for a snack. But let's taste the wrap. Because I know a lot of you have asked me about these. And I thought, well, you do want to know how they taste, right? Let's cut in half. That's okay. Okay. I like the taste of it. Texture's a little bit different than I'm used to, but I like it. So if I had to give it a score, I'd give it a 3.8 out of 5. It's pretty good. I enjoy it. I like the taste. I like the taste. The taste is really different. So I'm going to go enjoy my lunch. Time for another tasting. What are you tasting today, Dee? This is the protein that I hauled from the Dollar Tree. It is Body Fortress High Protein Shake, 40 grams of protein. It comes out to 3 Weight Watcher points for the whole thing. And same thing for bites. Well, maybe lighter on bites. I'll have to check. I'm pretty sure it was the same though. In strawberry. So I thought it'd be fun. It's the same as Premier in strawberry. It's pink. little off tasting, but I wonder if I mix in an oatmeal, it would be a little bit better tasting. But yeah, to drink this down, I couldn't do it. So I don't like it plain, but maybe mixed with yogurt and oats and fresh strawberries, I might like it better. But I definitely would buy it just to have strawberry cheesecake overnight oats. It's, you know, it's off-putting on its own. That's my take today. 3 out of 5. Maybe 2.5 out of 5. It's time for my snack, but we're going to do a tasting with this snack. I am tasting the new Bear Bells Soft Protein Bar Peanut Caramel. I like saying caramel. Salted peanut caramel. Caramel, caramel, potato. It is 6.6 bites and 210 calories and 16 grams of protein. I enjoyed the last one I tried from them, so I'm super excited to try this one. It is one more bite and point, but remember, you're getting peanuts. So in my estimation, it's totally worth it. It's a little bit higher than the last one, I think, because to make room for the peanuts. There we go. You can actually see a peanut right there. Yeah, if you wanted to have half for 3, you could do that. It's like the last bar with peanuts. Really peanutty. Which is good. 5 out of 5. This is really good. Bear Bells, you've done it again. Run to your local convenience store, Amazon. I don't know if Trader Joe's is going to have them. Try GNC and get yours. We're going to do chocolate zucchini bread in this vlog because I'm not making dinner. We're taking a tip from Trader Joe's today, some orange chickens. It's been those kind of days. So it's the same recipe we did on Sunday's video, and I will link that written recipe down below. I'm just adding cocoa, and in that recipe, I will adjust the cocoa difference. You'll see it in the next step. It'll say variation chocolate, so just know that everything's the same. So try to make it quick. So I already have my flour, baking powder, and salt, and I use xanthan gum because I'm using gluten-free flour in my bowl. So into that, we need to put our 1/4 cup of zucchini, which I try to get as much of the water out as I could. 1/4 cup. If you wanted to add more, I guess you could. Again, like I said, you do you, and that's how we work things in this channel. 1/4 cup of unsweetened applesauce. You could use a banana. You could use pumpkin. I'm choosing to use applesauce. Why? I don't know. I have no really reason why I'm choosing to use applesauce, but I am. Vanilla. Just about a 1/2 teaspoon. Like I said, everything will be on the website. I'm using egg whites today because I have them. Hip, hip, hooray. We have egg whites. So 2 tablespoons. You could use, I wouldn't use a whole egg. I think it might be too much, but you know what? You can try. Cinnamon. Again, not a lot of cinnamon because we don't want it to be, because we're doing cocoa. So just a little bit. A little bit. God, not even a 1/4 teaspoon. I just wanted a little cinnamon. I think I like cinnamon and chocolate. So I'm using the unsweetened cocoa powder. I'm using the black. You could use whatever one you want. You know? So I'm going to put a teaspoon. I'm going to see how that looks before I add my sweetener, and I'll decide whether I want to add more of the chocolate, because it depends on how chocolatey it is. Depending on my mood, depending on how much I want to use, I think this is plenty. Because I don't really want the chocolate to overpower the zucchini. I want it to enhance it. Like say, oh, there's a little bit of chocolate in there. I like that. Okay, so 1 teaspoon I think is good. So now we have to add our sweetener to balance out our cocoa powder, right? I'm using plain white monk fruit. I used brown in the last one, if you remember, but I'm just going plain. I'm going old school plain. So we'll do 1, 2, 3 teaspoons. Should we do 4? I feel like we should do 4. I don't know. I feel like I can't go wrong. That is everything we need. Right? Did I get everything in here? I can look around because I have everything spread out. I think I do. All right, put this back over here. Prepared mini loaf pan. Just dump her in. My oven is already preheated to 375. And we're going to bake her off. Now you could do this with the oat one as well. There we go. Spread her nicely so she bakes evenly. She bakes between 20 and 25 minutes. It depends on your oven. We'll go put her in. When we come back, we will pop her out and we will have a taste. Getting ready to make dinner, and I'm taking the 5th on dinner, or I'm taking a knee on dinner tonight. We're going to have the Trader Joe's Mandarin Orange chicken. It's the boys' favorite. Steve loves it. The boys love it. What I'm going to do is I'm making rice on the side. So I'm going to have the rice, and I have some chicken that I prepped. Let me show you. The other day, I cooked up a couple packs of regular chicken. It's so good. The best way to make chicken is standing there, and when you cook it on the stovetop, keep taking the temperature. When it gets like 155, you take it off, it'll finish cooking. It's always delicious. So I did, I babied it, and it's fantastic. So I'm going to make some vegetables, throw some chicken in my rice, and that's what I'm going to have for dinner. And I'm going to have a 6 points of rice, chicken, and veggies. I just don't feel like cooking tonight. I don't know. And guess what? I thought I'd share that because it's okay not to feel like cooking. It was okay to take help where you can. Now, I think if you pointed this, I think it's 9 points a cup for just the chicken. I think. I will come back and let you know when I show you my dinner what that wound up to be. And honestly, you could have half a cup for 5 points. You know, don't always worry. And the calories are 320, which I don't think is terrible for a cup of fried chicken with delicious orange sauce. It's life, people. And sometimes we just don't eat perfect. I don't. Maybe you do. I don't know. But yes, and here's the loaf, all out of the oven. Smells delicious. A little bit of cinnamon. We're going to have it. We're going to taste this before dinner because, you know, I'm going to end the video early anyway. So, oh, look at that. I mean, is that dark chocolate or is that dark chocolate? You could put a glaze on this. You could put an icing on this. Perfect. This is really good. This is really good. I love that black cocoa powder. It's so good. And the cinnamon and the vanilla with the chocolate, they just balance off each other so well. This is 3 points. It's how we rock around Dish with D. Oh, that's really good. Here, look at the inside. I could have put chocolate chips. I could have put peanut butter. I have some Chug Zero peanut butter chips. Could have put a point. I could have, would have, you know, but I just wanted to get this made for you guys so you have it. So I gotta go make dinner. I'll be back. Is 6 points of brown rice, or you can see it at the bottom. Some broccoli, asparagus, chicken with some G. Hughes' Polynesian sauce, probably about a point's worth. So it is a 7-point dinner tonight. Can't wait to dig into this.
Thanks for watching. And if you didn't already hit that subscribe button, join us here at Dish with D. We'd love to have you as part of our YouTube family. And if you enjoy these videos, let me know in the comment section below. Have a great rest of your day. I will dish with you another day.